Are you a foodie who loves to try new and exotic dishes? Well, buckle up, because we're about to go on a wild journey around the globe, exploring the 10 craziest foods that might just test your adventurous spirit. Kicking off at number 10, we have the infamous Hákarl from Iceland. Referred to as fermented shark in English, is a national dish of Iceland consisting of Greenland shark or other sleeper shark that has been cured with a particular fermentation process and hung to dry for 4 to 5 months. It has a strong ammonia-rich smell and fishy taste, making Hákarl an acquired taste. Fermented shark is readily available in Icelandic stores and may be eaten year-round, but is most often served as part of a thoramatur, a selection of traditional Icelandic food served at the midwinter festival Thorrablot. Fermented shark contains a large amount of ammonia and has a strong smell, similar to that of many cleaning products. It is often served in tiny cubes on toothpicks. Those new to it may gag involuntarily at the first attempt to eat it because of the high ammonia content. First-timers are sometimes advised to pinch their nose while taking the first bite, as the odor is much stronger than the taste. It is often eaten with a shot of the local spirit, a type of aquavit called brennivin. Next on our list at number 9, we land ourselves in the exotic landscape of the Philippines with balut. For the adventurous eaters, balut is a fertilized bird egg, usually a duck, which is incubated for a period of 14 to 21 days, depending on the local culture, and then steamed. The contents are eaten directly from the shell. Balut that is incubated for longer periods have a well-developed embryo, and the features of the duckling are recognizable. The partially developed embryo bones are soft enough to chew and swallow as a whole. The mallard duck, Anas platyrhynchus, also known as the Pateros duck, is often used to make balut. Rich characteristics can be found in the flavor, which makes it an acquired taste that many Filipinos treasure as a culinary treat and a part of their culture. Number 8 takes us to South Korea for a taste of sanakji, or live octopus. Sanakji is a variety of ho, raw dish, made with long arm octopus, a small octopus species called nakji in Korean, and is sometimes translated into baby octopus, due to its relatively small size compared to the giant octopus, Enteroctopus dofleni. The octopuses are most commonly killed before being cut into small pieces and served, with the nerve activity in the octopus's tentacles, making the pieces move posthumously on the plate while served. A word of caution though, the suction cups on the octopus's arms can stick to the mouth or throat, so chew carefully. At number 7, we venture to Australia for witchetty grub. The witchetty grub, also spelled witchetty grub or witjuti grub, is a term used in Australia for the large, white, wood-eating larvae of several moths. In particular, it applies to the larvae of the cossid moth in Doxila leucomocla, which feeds on the roots of the witchetty bush, after which the grubs are named, that is widespread throughout the Northern Territory and also typically found in parts of Western Australia and South Australia, although it is also found elsewhere throughout Australia. Large, white, wood-eating larvae of several moths. Often eaten raw or lightly cooked in hot ashes, they are described as having a taste similar to almonds. For number 6, we fly to Mexico for a bite of escamoles, also known as insect caviar. Escamoles from Azcatl ant and molly puree, known colloquially as Mexican caviar or insect caviar, are the edible larvae and pupae of ants of the species Leometopum apiculatum and Occidental avar. Luctuosum. They are most commonly consumed in Mexico City and surrounding areas. Escamoles have been consumed in Mexico since the age of the Aztecs. The taste is described as buttery and nutty, with a texture akin to that of cottage cheese. Edible ant larvae are harvested from the roots of the agave plant and are often pan-fried with butter and spices, presenting a creamy, nutty flavor. If you're enjoying this journey and want to continue exploring strange and fascinating foods from around the world, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified for our next foodie adventure. Your support helps us to keep bringing you more content like this. Now, let's dive back into our list with the potentially lethal delicacy from Japan, fugu. Halfway through our list at number 5, we head to Japan for fugu, or pufferfish. This dish requires meticulous preparation to remove the deadly poison found in the fish's organs. When prepared correctly, fugu delivers a unique, delicate flavor. Fugu can be lethally poisonous to humans due to its tetrodotoxin, meaning it must be carefully prepared to remove toxic parts and to avoid contaminating the meat. The restaurant preparation of fugu is strictly controlled by law in Japan, Korea, and several other countries, and only chefs who have qualified after 3 or more years of rigorous training are allowed to prepare the fish. Domestic preparation occasionally leads to accidental death. Number 4 takes us to Sardinia, Italy, for a slice of Kasumatsu. This sheep milk cheese is notable for containing live insect larvae. Kasumatsu Sardinian, Kasumatsu lit. Rotten putrid cheese, sometimes spelled Kasumatsu and also called Kasumode in Sardinian, is a traditional Sardinian sheep milk cheese that contains live insect larvae, maggots. A variation of this cheese exists also in Corsica, France, where it is called Kasgumerzu, and is especially produced in some southern Corsican villages like Sartene. Derived from pecorino, Kasumatsu goes beyond typical fermentation to a stage of decomposition, brought about by the digestive action of the larvae of the cheese fly of the Pyophilidae family. These larvae are deliberately introduced to the cheese, promoting an advanced level of fermentation and breaking down of the cheese's fats. The cheese is considered unsafe to eat when the maggots in it have died, so make sure they're still alive. At number 3, we're off to Cambodia for a crunchy snack of fried tarantulas. These arachnids are marinated in a mixture of MSG, sugar, and chicken stock, then fried until crispy. The taste? Somewhere between chicken and cod. In the Cambodian town of Skuon, Chung Prey, Kampong Cham province, the vending of fried spiders as a specialty snack is a popular attraction for tourists. Spiders are also available elsewhere in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh for instance, but Skuon, a market town on the highway 75 kilometers from the capital, is the center of their popularity. The spiders are bred in holes in the ground in villages north of Skuon, or foraged for in nearby forest land, and fried in oil. It is not clear how this practice started, but some have suggested that the population might have started eating spiders out of desperation during the years of Khmer Rouge rule, when food was in short supply. Number 2 sees us in China for a bowl of bird's nest soup. This expensive delicacy is made from the saliva nests of the swiftlet bird, resulting in a unique gelatinous texture. Edible bird's nests, also known as swallow nests, are bird nests created from solidified saliva by edible nest swiftlets, Indian swiftlets and other swiftlets of the genera Aerodramus, Hydrocus, Scutodenopus and Colocalia, which are harvested for human consumption. Swallow nests have been used as a delicacy for over 400 years, most often as soup. They are particularly prized in Chinese cuisine due to the rarity, high protein content and rich flavor, and are among the most expensive animal products consumed by humans, with prices up to about $4,300 per pound depending on grading. The type or grading of a swallow nest depends on the bird species, as well as the shape and color of the bird's nest. It is usually white in color, but there also exists a red version that is sometimes called blood nest. According to traditional Chinese medicine, it promotes good health, especially for the skin. And finally, at number 1, we arrive in France for frog legs. Rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, and potassium. They are often said to taste like chicken. Because of their mild flavor, with a texture most similar to chicken wings, the taste and texture of frog meat are approximately between chicken and fish. Frogs are raised commercially in certain countries, including Vietnam. Frog muscles do not resolve rigor mortis as quickly as muscles from warm-blooded animals. Chicken, for example, do. So heat from cooking can cause fresh frog legs to twitch, which make them an even more adventurous food. And there you have it! A list of 10 of the wildest food around the globe. Whether this video has your mouth watering or not, there is no doubt that there are an abundance of wild foods out there to try. The question is, which would you try?